Hi everyone, very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are doing good. So I welcome you in this particular video where we are going to decode PIB, like daily news that is mentioned in PIB. And this is 24th of July and we are going to decode this news as well, which is important kind of news from your examination perspective. Maybe a question can be asked from this GA part, as well as you can use that particular news as an example also. So this is what we are going to do today. Along with that, before I start with it, you people have to ensure me if I'm audible and visible to everyone here so that we can start quickly. Whosoever is here that needs to tell me. Whosoever is here, please tell me if I'm audible and visible to everyone. Alright, so starting with the news, the first news, this is the link of my Telegram channel. So if anyone is having any doubt, if you want to connect to me, maybe you will be having doubt, in any of the examination perspective of or in any of the part, you can just join this particular channel. You can ask me doubts here. Okay. The first news here talks about ONDC specifically revolutionizes the India's e-commerce landscape. So there is a news on it. Okay. Now, if I specifically talk about ONDC, or even if I call it Open Network for Digital Commerce, I can call anything. Okay. Open Network for Digital Commerce. Now, if you are able to see here, this is all based on the open platform. This is a kind of open platform that we have. This is all based on the open network architecture. Okay, this is all based on that, and also it is backed, or it is the support has been given by the government of India here. Now, the question arises here, and the meaning itself says that this is open network for digital commerce. Now, what does it mean? That this is one open network which is made for the digital kind of commerce. Now, you people will have a question here that, ma'am, we already have e-commerce apps, like we have Flipkart, we have Amazon, we have the other apps as well. Then how ONDC specifically is different from them? Now remember, those are the apps. Okay, those are Flipkart, Amazon, Zepto, maybe your Blinkit, every app that every one is what? Those are the apps that we have. But when I talk about this ONDC, this is a kind of network, this is a kind of open architecture, this is a kind of open network that we have. Okay. Exactly. If I talk about the apps, if I talk about the network that it provides, now what are the loopholes that are there in the regular e-commerce apps, and what extra is provided, what extra ONDC provides us. So you can easily compare it. Okay, अगर तुम्हें Flipkart में या फिर तुम्हें Amazon में जाके कोई चीज देखनी है, so you need to make comparison. Like you will first visit Amazon, you will then visit maybe Flipkart, and then you will then visit Myntra as well, just to make a comparison कि कौन सी जो good है मेरे को maybe का सस्ते में मिल रही है, या फिर quality जो है वो same है, maybe which one which good is the one जो मेरे को price जो है मेरे को थोड़ा सा decent price पे मिलेगी, but the quality is all good here, like the quality is same here. So that is one that you need to open different of the apps and then you do the analysis. But what happens in ONDC, this is a kind of wider network, this is a kind of wider platform that is there for each and every individual. चाहे किसी का small business भी है, they can also come there and try to operate, like they can also try to sell their product there. So it's a kind of broader platform that we have. Just say Magic Picks, what is that? Magic Pin, I think, right? Tata Neu is there. So we have Magic Pin, and we have other platforms as well. You can just go there and you can just observe them. Okay, so this is the difference between the e-commerce and the Magic Pin, hai na? Magic Pin is there, and then we have Tata Neu as well. So that is also there. So this is how it then Namma Yatri is also there. Namma Yatri is also there. So that is another one. Okay. Now what is the news that is present here? So an initiative has been done, like ONDC specifically. The initiative has been taken by DPIIT, which is Department of Promotion of Industry and the Internal Trade here, and that comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Now it establishes under the Section 8 company. ONDC is designed to democratize what? Digital commerce by enabling open, interoperable and decentralized networks. How it is interoperable? Because you are able to operate, like you are just allowing multiple brands are there, multiple sellers are there, but in that particular on that particular one platform only. For example, अगर मैं टाटा न्यू की बात करूँ या फिर अगर मैं मैजिक पिन्स की बात करूँ, I think मैजिक पिन्स I have not operated it yet, but मैजिक पिन I think this is more for foodies, right? So तुम्हें अगर कोई छोटी किसी की दुकान भी है, you will not find it on Zomato and maybe Swiggy and something else, but you will find it on Magic Pin. Okay, so चाहे किसी का छोटा प्लेटफॉर्म भी है, you will be able to find it there. So this is the significance of it. So this is how it operates. That is why we call it interoperable. Now when I talk about ONDC, so this is very clear with this fact that this is not an e-commerce app, platform itself, but this is a marketplace, or marketplace, but this is a kind of broader network that we have. Okay, also what is the significance of it, कि ये जो customer acquisition है, जो transaction processing है, इसकी cost को reduce करती है. Along with that, especially for the small sellers, it is very much helpful. As I told you that the kind of sellers, that the kind of small sellers that you will find on Magic Pin, the similar kind of sellers you will not find on Zomato या फिर Swiggy, just because of the cost of transactions which is included here. Along with that, if I talk about this network, so it is both for it allows both to operate into it, like you have buyers and you have sellers also across the different platforms which interact directly with each other, and that too without any restriction, and every interaction is there in that particular single platform only. Okay, हाँ, so you can find everything. Okay, जैसे टाटा नो की मैंने बात करी, so you will find everything here. Similarly, जो नम्मा यात्री है, so you will find best deals there as well. So everything, this provides you ease of accessing things. Along with that, if I talk about the features, so I've already told you this is interoperable. क्यों? Because the sellers onboarded on ONDC complaint platform, they can be discovered by buyers using one application only, ONDC enabled application. Okay, along with that, it also breaks the monopoly of those individuals who have said their monopolies there. कोई भी अगर ऐसा brand है, you take the name of the brands. मे बी कोई केक का कोई भी ब्रांड हो गया, ठीक है, मे बी कोई कुछ खाने का कोई भी ब्रांड हो गया. सो अगर उन्होंने अपनी मोनोपोली सेट करके रखी है, दे आर नॉट अलाउइंग अदर इंडिविजुअल्स टू कम एंड ऑपरेट देयर बिजनेस हियर. ओके, सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द प्लेटफॉर्म व्हिच गिव्स देम एक्सेस, लाइक व्हिच गिव्स द एक्सेस टू द अदर कस्टमर्स, ताकि वो दूसरों को भी एक्सेस कर पाए, उनको सस्ते में फूड भी मिलेगा और बेटर क्वालिटी में भी फूड भी मिलेगा. ठीक है, अलॉन्ग विद दैट वी हैव अनबंडलिंग ऑफ द सर्विसेज दैट अलाउज डिफरेंट पार्टिसिपेंट्स टू फोकस ऑन स्पेसिफिक फंक्शंस सच एज लॉजिस्टिक्स, payment, cataloging, as well as the customer support as well. Along with that, what are the services which it is providing? So it encourages the innovation, specialization, and that too without the need of own the full commerce stack. That is what is happening here. Along with that, जो हमारा competition है, we have decentralized it. Okay, it's a kind of healthy competition that happens here. When I say that the other producers, like the small scale businesses here, are also able to operate here, so they are also competing here. So we have a healthy kind of competition which happens here. Okay, along with that, it also says that it is very much capable to make our small buyers very much competitive, and along with that, it is helping our MSME sector as well to grow. Why? Because सबसे पहले तो cost reduction है, it is helpful for them, and along with that, if I talk about the other areas, so buyers and the sellers are also able to access each other in very significantly and very clearly as well. And also what is happening here, that the support has been given by the government of India, so this is a kind of trusted app that we have. Okay, it expands the customer pool by bringing digitally underserved population into the e-commerce ecosystem. It taps into the existing platforms in fintech mobility services to access the established user bases. So that is what it is. Along with that, we have teams scheme specifically that ensures the trade enablers and marketing scheme by Ministry of MSME specifically here, which ensures that this is specifically for those individuals, for those enterprises who are small enterprises. So यहाँ पे chance दिया जाता है specifically किन लोगों को, कि जो हमारे small entrepreneurs हैं उनको जो है वो एक chance दिया जाता है that you can also expand your business. Now what it covers specifically, if I talk about team, so what it covers onboarding cost, catalog and account management, packaging material and logistics, and 50% of the beneficiaries are specifically the women, are specifically the beneficiaries which are given to women. So it takes care of the inclusiveness also. So these are the helps which it is providing. Along with that, it is strengthening the self-help groups and the social sector as well. So there is an integration, of the self-help groups with the platform which is e-Saras. Okay, it's a kind of platform which is digitally storefront under this National Rural Livelihood Mission, which is now live on ONDC also. It operates via the central warehouse in Delhi NCR, and 800 of the crafted projects are made by self-help groups only, which are available nationwide. Along with that, a collaboration has been done with the this SEBI and NABARD as well. So it is partnering with the SEBI and NABARD also to integrate the self-help groups and the social services also, and that too into the digital commerce. So they are widening their access. जितने भी हमारे rural areas के जो entrepreneurs हैं, जो हमारे rural areas के लोग हैं, they will be able to sell their services here. So this is one of the help which they are providing. Let me finish this, then I'll let's see your comment. Okay, so state level adoption की बात करूँ, this is not happening that ONDC, since it is central level of initiative, this is not happening that only those are the individuals who are enrolled here. Of course जो state led initiatives है, we are also taking care of them. So they say that Himachal Pradesh HPSRLM Himlara is there, which is promoting indigenous product and local crafts through ONDC under the Himlara brand. Okay, then we have Andhra Pradesh also, which is rolling out comprehensive strategy to support self-help groups, cooperatives and small businesses also, and that too with the help of this ONDC only. Okay, then what is the help that is provided here? So we are focusing on the capacity building, and the digital inclusion is also there. Digital inclusion as in कि हमारे पास market है. I've told you many a times that we have market जहाँ पे there is an inclusion of buyer and seller. But now जो अगर मैं फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात करूँ या फिर अगर मैं अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ मार्केट की बात करूँ, सो इट लॉन्ग इट नीड्स इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इट नीड्स मनी, ओके, टू सेट अप दैट पर्टिकुलर फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. अब यहाँ पे व्हेन वी हैव वन प्लेटफॉर्म, वी हैव ONDC जहाँ पे कॉस्ट एक्विजिशन भी देयर इज लेस एंड बेनिफिट्स आर ऑल्सो प्रोवाइडेड टू प्रोड्यूसर्स. जो हमारे छोटे इंडिविजुअल्स हैं, जो हमारे स्मॉल बिजनेसेस है, वो भी यहाँ पे ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं. सो यू नीड नॉट टू सेट अप योर फिजिकल बिजनेस, बट रादर देन यू विल बी एबल टू ऑपरेट इट ऑनलाइन ओनली. और जो ऑनलाइन एक ऐसा बिजनेस है जहाँ पे आप वाइडर एक्सेस जो है वो ले सकते हो. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द हेल्प व्हिच इज प्रोवाइडिंग. बट उसके लिए व्हाट आर द सर्विसेज, व्हाट आर द अदर सर्विसेज व्हिच इज प्रोवाइडेड हियर? सो दैट इंक्लूड्स ट्रेनिंग एंड सपोर्ट बाय फॉर द स्मॉल sellers is also provided here. 50,000 of participants have been trained. That includes startups, students, small business leaders, and more than 3,000 of hours of virtual training and 200 plus hours of technical training has been delivered to them. Along with that, there is a wide distribution which is targeted here, and for there they are distributing the seller handbook in 14 of the Indian languages also for those individuals who are the first time sellers. So हम उनको पूरे अच्छे तरीके से we are trying our best that they come into this category, they also come into this business kind of thing, and we will ensure कि वो भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो grow कर सके. Then we have another WhatsApp chatbot which is ONDC सहायक. सहायक means you are giving someone services, okay, सहायता करना, that is सहायक. So we have this WhatsApp chatbot here. अब chatbot किस purpose के लिए होता है? To solve the grievances of the public. So it is launched in 5 languages, which with plans to expand to 22 of the Indian languages here, and also proper design. It is designed in such a way that it is providing guide to both sellers as well as the buyers as well. Then we have multilingual interface and भाषणी collaboration as well. Multilingual interface means कि हमारा जो interface है वो इस तरीके से होना चाहिए कि हर एक individual जो है उसको जान पा रहा है, हर जो एक individual जो है उसको access कर पा रहा है. It is user friendly, okay, that is what it is. मल्टीलिंगुअल इंटरफेस, इट मीन्स कि कोई भी अगर कोई ऐसा इंडिविजुअल जिसको इंग्लिश हिंदी में भी नहीं आती है, सो दैट इंडिविजुअल मस्ट बी एबल टू एक्सेस इट. सो इट इज मल्टीलिंगुअल इन नेचर. और अगर मैं भाषणी की बात करूँ, सो भाषणी इटसेल्फ मीन्स दैट it has a task. This is the AI enabled platform which ensures that the delivery of the services is reaching out to people in their own languages, since we are living in one of the country which is multilingual in nature. So यहाँ पे भाषणी and the other services are provided here. So भाषणी is working with ONDC specifically working with भाषणी also, so that हम delivery of services कर पाएं, and that too in in the Indian languages only, 22 Indian languages. Then we have buyer and seller apps also which are encouraged to provide native language interfaces that ensures the regional accessibility. And then we have common services centers also which ensures the better accessibility of the services. Maybe we want this thing that the better accessibility of the services should reach out in the remote areas also. So this is what is ensured by common services centers. Okay, along with that we have this empowerment also. So buyer empowerment through the greater choice. So यहाँ पे जो delivery है या फिर जो seller discovery है, it is expanded. If I talk about one of the shop that you have opened in your own area, तो आपका जो सेलर डिस्कवरी है या फिर जो आपका मार्केट है, दैट बिकम्स वेरी नैरो, है ना. आपके एरिया में जितने भी लोग हैं सिर्फ वही इस चीज़ को एक्सेस कर पाएंगे, एंड अदर पीपल विल नॉट बी एबल टू एक्सेस इट. इवन व्हेन कंसीडरिंग दैट दूसरे लोगों को इसकी डिमांड होगी, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू एक्सेस इट. वाई? बिकॉज यू आर लिविंग इन सच एन एनवायरनमेंट विच इज़ वेरी लिमिटेड इन नेचर. बट ये जो ONDC है, ये बहुत वाइडर जो मार्केट है वो एक्सेस करने को देता है. इफ आई एम कंसीडरिंग इफ यू आर इन योर एरिया, यू विल बी एबल टू एक्सेस एनी ऑफ द entrepreneur, maybe any of the small enterprise also, maybe small business also which is working near you maybe, but आपको उस चीज़ का पता नहीं था, आपको उस इंडिविजुअल का पता नहीं था, है ना. अब आपको उसको खाना बहुत अच्छा लगा, तो आपने जो है उस पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म से आपने उसको बार बार ऑर्डर करना जो है वो शुरू कर दिया. There is a wider of the seller discovery, enhancement in the product diversity also. So it enables local artisans also, it enables the other individuals also to access these services, and that will reach out to the customers. improved in the price discovery. Now considering, I gave you one example at the starting of this video only कि यहाँ पे जो हमारे individuals है, similarly I am the one who is in need of maybe मे बी जीन्स, ओके, या फिर मे बी शर्ट या फिर टी शर्ट, ओके। अब मैंने एक प्लेटफॉर्म खोला, मेरे को वहाँ पे कुछ टी शर्ट्स अच्छे लगे, मैं उसको विश लिस्ट में डालूंगी, फिर मैं उसके बाद अलग प्लेटफॉर्म खोलूंगी, मे बी मेरे को बेटर प्राइस पे कोई मेरे को कोई कुछ भी हो सकता है कि बेटर प्राइस पे प्रोडक्ट मिल जाए, और हो सकता है उससे भी अच्छा मिल जाए, एंड देन आई ओपन द अदर प्लेटफॉर्म ऑल्सो, हो सकता है कि मेरे को उस पर और अच्छा मिल जाए। सो आई हैव टू विजिट दी 3 प्लेटफॉर्म्स, राइट, या फिर आई हैव टू विजिट नंबर ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स ऑल्सो। बट यहाँ पे ए जो हमारा ONDC है, इट गिव्स अस इट गिव्स द सेलर वाइडर मार्केट, एंड एनी इंडिविजुअल विल बी able to access the services there sitting on that one platform only, but ये price discovery भी वहीं पे कर सकता है, better deal भी वहीं पे ले सकता है, and I need not to go on any another app, maybe another platform maybe, just to find the best deal. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हें बेस्ट डील मिलेगी। along with that access to hyper local and niche market as well, as I've told you, हो सकता है कि कोई region specific markets हो, I'll be able to access that as well, okay। Now the next news says about GST at 8 years there is a concentration and opportunities in the state wise taxpayer distribution. Now this says that since 8 years of GST has been completed, we have made a separate video for it as well. Now this specifically says that the analysis of it has been made on the basis of the different states, and what we have analyzed that we have 5 states which are the 50% जो GST collection है वो सिर्फ उन्हीं states से आ रही है। We have this registered states also, but we have some states also which are not giving us collection. So this is what has been done by SBI, specifically SBI का research, and that tells us about the state wise distribution of active taxpayers, GST taxpayers, which reveals that just 5 states contribute nearly 50% of the total GST taxpayer base in the country. Okay, this is what is the news here, and which state is the one which have topped here, that is Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh में 13.2% is covered here, top 5 है Uttar Pradesh जो है, that is one of them, and then we have Maharashtra also which covers 12.1%, Gujarat is another one which covers 8.4%, Tamil Nadu is another one which covers 7.7%, and then we have Karnataka also which covers 6.9%. So among them, if I talk about Uttar Pradesh, this leads the nation, and that tells us that जो 5 states है, they are solely responsible for collecting 50% of the GST collection here. Okay, they are the all these all are the registrations, active registered states here. Along with that, if I talk about the regional disparity, so they say that we have some of the states which are performing GST participation that is relative to GS, like their state GDP, this gross state GDP, this domestic production share. So this says that Telangana is the one, Tamil Nadu is the one, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka are the one which are cited as economically strong states whose share of active GST taxpayer is lower than their contribution to nation's state specific GST. Okay, so these are the nations we have taken into consideration. Along with that, if I talk about the potential, so they say that since we have less of the taxpayers here, the potential is still untouched and we need to better access their resources. Okay, along with that, if I talk about the other nation, like other states who are performing in it, so we get to know that these are the overperforming one and they have higher GST share than their GSDP share, that is specifically GDP only, gross domestic product, but based on their state only. Okay, so Uttar Pradesh is the one, Bihar is the one, in Gujarat they have shown the reverse trend where share in GST taxpayers is exceeding their GSDP share here. Okay, along with that, if I talk about the other things, so this talks about the higher level of tax formalization also, outreach and the compliance efforts as well. For instance, if I talk about Bihar, so it accounts for 4.3% of the total GST taxpayers, while its jo share hai in the GSDP is specifically 2.8% only. Okay, so this is the news that we have seen. Low contribution जो है वो किन की तरफ से हुई है? So we have Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, each account for 1.4%, and even less than that if I talk about the active GST payers. Okay, now these figures highlight the need for the targeted policy. Along with that, we also need to expand our business here. Along with that, we also need to expand the services here when it comes on to the administrative outreach. Along with that, this targeted policy support as well. Okay, so is the previous news clear to everyone? There are a lot of factors behind it, Chetan. What we observe is never, is never just shown. And what you've asked about team, I'm not able to decode that what exactly you've asked. Alright, so the next news talks about Handloom Awards. Sorry. Next news talks about Handloom Awards 2024 to be confirmed by President of India on National Handloom Day. Okay. Now, specifically talking about these Handloom Awards, or specifically talking about this, initiative as well. So, this gives us a clarity about the handloom sector, how it is, bringing better results. Along with that, this tells us about the Ministry of Textiles as well, how it is bringing better results. Okay. So, this is a kind of initiative which is going to take place. We are going to implement it. These awards are being granted under the Handloom Market Act's, assistance, and specifically as a component of this handloom development, program only. Now, if I talk about this handloom, this initiative, which is this National Handloom Development Program, you've written something. Okay, so इसको पढ़ते हैं, पहले ये कर ले, फिर उसके बाद पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है? Now, if I talk about this handloom initiative specifically, so this is a kind of sector scheme which is central sector scheme है, और ये किसको support करती है? Since it comes under the Ministry of Textiles only. So you have to be very clear that this is, helping our handloom sector to grow. Okay, this is helping our handloom sector to grow. So this is one of the initiative which is taken here. Along with that, when I talk about the development of the handloom sector, so remember that we are talking about the sustainable development also. Okay. So these are the many initiatives, like we have this broader initiative which is National Handloom Development Program. There is a success of it. Okay, that is why we are celebrating this particular initiative. What is the recognition of excellence in the handloom awards? So this is a kind of, I've already told you that whenever I talk about this NHDP, whenever I talk about this National Handloom Development Program, so this is all related to the Ministry of Textile, and this is all which is related to bringing betterment in the handloom sector, right? और जब मैं handloom sector की बात करती हूँ, it means हम कहीं ना कहीं जो है हम अपने grassroots level पे ध्यान दे रहे हैं. We want this thing that the underserved areas, as well as if I talk about the unserved areas, they are getting better day by day. That is what I want. So there is a, this is a kind of celebration that we are doing, that is to celebrate our craftsmanship, promote innovation, honor the outstanding contribution that is made by the individuals and the organization to handloom sector industry specifically. Along with that, if I talk about the awardees here, so 24 awardees are going to be there, will be honored this year, which includes 5 Sant Kabir Handloom Awards and 19 National Handloom Awards are going to be there. Okay. Along with that, if I talk about the Sant Kabir Handloom Award, this is a kind of highest national award which is their honor award for handloom weavers specifically, and it is awarded to individuals who have demonstrated extraordinary skill, lifelong dedication, and a significant contribution in the preservation and the advancement of the weaving traditions also. Now, if ever you are asked a question on maybe how we are contributing towards the village level development, how we are contributing towards the betterment of the industries who are working at a very grassroots level, so you can just mention these many initiatives here. Along with that, if I talk about the eligibility criteria, so past participant of national or state level awards is there, holders of national merit certificates are there, proven track record in the community welfare and promotion of the handloom sector should be there, and taking into consideration these all of the factors here, then only the they will be considered under this particular award. Now, what is the award component? So cash prize of 3.5 is going to be given to them. Gold coin which is mounted, that is going to be given to them, and then we have this Tamra Patra as well, which is inscribed, copper plate certification, that is there. Along with that, if I talk about shawl, that will be given to them, and certificate of recognition will also be given to them. So very basic things. Okay. Now, if I talk about the other objective, which is the other kind of award, which is National Handloom Award. So this is a kind of exemplary craftsmanship award, and along with that, we take into consideration that what is the kind of contribution that has been done by them. Specifically, if I take into consideration this particular contribution, that is given by them to make my handloom sector work in a better way. So they see the sectoral impact, innovation, craftsmanship, and what are the components here. So cash prize of 2 lakh is there. Then again Tampra Patra is there, shawl, and the certificate of recognition is also here. Okay, so there are high chances the question can be asked to you in in GA specifically. Selection process की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so we have 3-tier evaluation process specifically, which ensures transparency and merit-based recognition as well. So we have zonal level committee which is there, which is chaired by zonal director. Headquarter level committee is going to be there, which is chaired by development commissioner handlooms, and then we have central level committee also, which is chaired by the secretary of specifically textiles. So this is a kind of selection process which is going to be there. Along with that, if I talk about the other objective, if I talk about the other aspects here, so the criteria which is going to be met, so it includes design, marketing, startup, and producer companies. These categories are having this 2-tier process, which includes the headquarter level committee, which they are going to analyze. Along with that, we'll have the central level committee also, which is going to be analyzed by the secretary here. Now this committee consists of 11 persons, and that is how the entire things will be done here. Okay, now if I talk about the other initiatives here, so we have the Skill India mission. India celebrates a decade of Skill India mission with a visionary announcement at the Bharat Mandapam. Okay, now we are going to analyze here that what kind of help is provided to them, what kind of Skill India, like when I talk about the Kaushal Vikas, when I talked previously about the Kaushal Vikas Yojana, since decade was done in it, I told you about that how Skill India specifically and how this ministry is giving us help to cover the gap that is there. We have a lot of individuals which are unskilled in manner, and we have to ensure that we are including them here. Okay, so that is what is the purpose in it, and this celebration is we are celebrating the Skill India mission, specifically the 10th anniversary of it, and that is one of the missions is there, and that comes under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. We saw that particular period of time that it has till now it has included 6 million of individuals who have been trained here. Now what does it include? So we have visionary statements which have been made by them. Okay, so this says that we want to make the world's leader in AI enabled school education, that is calling for the largest of the individuals here, largest school going population, that is going to be AI ready through SOAR initiative specifically. Okay, SOAR initiative as in Skill for AI Readiness program, that is taken by MSED, MSDE specifically. Okay, we have this initiative, SOAR initiative, which is making schools get AI ready. Okay, so specifically making schools AI ready is what is an initiative here. They say that since people are in school only, I'll inculcate in them a lot of skills that tomorrow they will not be they will not be having this purpose of taking this AI education from somewhere else. Since future is AI only, so I have to ensure that they get education right from school only. So this is the innovation that we have. Retracted this that skilling is the foundation of the India's development model. This is empowering veterans, women and youth specifically through accessible technology driven learning, and this will lead us to achieve our broader objective, which is Viksit Bharat. Okay, these are the things which are here. Along with that, if I talk about this initiative which have been launched, so I have already told you about skilling for AI readiness. This is a kind of national level program which is aimed at embedding what AI awareness and literacy from class 6 se leke class 12 tak. So whatever is there, I want to inculcate information, I want to inculcate knowledge in them right from their school standards only, so they can also learn about it. Now if I talk about the CBSE standards specifically, they are not included here, but now we are going to enhance it, now we are going to expand it. So this stands for this progressive school student modules, which stands for AI to be aware, AI to acquire and AI to aspire as well. So this is including यहाँ पे जो training है वो भी दी जाएगी, dedicated 45-hour training module will be given here, that is titled as AI for educators to build teacher capacity also. Along with that, we need to bridge this digital divide also. Now maybe you can enhance, or you can just ensure the digital divide is on the basis of the penetration that is there in the rural areas, that is there in the urban areas and not in the rural areas. So these are the many areas which we need to cover. Along with that, if I talk about global north, so they are well worse than us, they are more better than us. So we are also ensuring कि जो digital divide है over the period of time वो कम हो in terms of any area, in terms of any of the other things also. Okay, equitable access मिले to AI education and position India as a leader in the AI learning as well. Along with that, if I talk about this initiative, India Skills 2025-26, so this was launched to provide them skills. This was launched to begin India by ensuring that we have global skills representation, and this is the platform from where you can enroll yourself here. Then we have skill impact bond as well. This is the India's and world's largest outcome based financing model for skilling specifically, and this is analyzed $14.4 million here. And then we have Kaushal Verse also, which is a digital enterprise portal. This is a kind of next generation portal that we have, and this is to modernize regulatory processes, deliver responsive services, and the better access to the education governance. Along with that, we have revised NC-VET guidelines also, which talks about the assessment agencies guidelines specifically 2025, which ensures, and the awarding bodies guidelines also, just it ensures that the quality of assurance will be there, and the better accessibility should be there. If I talk about the literacy, that should also be ensured. So these are the many services which are included here. Okay. Along with that, if I talk about this decentralized planning handbook here, so we are providing them so that they can also have a better access of it in terms of knowledge as well. Now we have the India Semiconductor Workforce Strategy Report, which focuses towards the workforce alignment on various of the aspects here. And since we are talking about semiconductor only, so this is all near to semiconductor only. This is what we are ensuring, value chain, and including what design, fabrication, ATMP, and the etc. are also included here. Okay. Along with that, if I talk about the other services, so this includes the employability skill handbook, which is there. This is a kind of 60-hour curriculum which is specifically designed for various of the individuals here. Non-literates, neo-literates are there, school dropouts are there, so that we can inculcate in them life skills, okay, which focuses towards the communication, matlab basic cheeze, okay, matlab basic cheeze. For example, if I talk about this digital literacy, entrepreneurship, and the financial management, etc. Revamped apprenticeship training is also there. Now if I talk about this apprenticeship training, so this is all working on the skills again. UI UX training जो है उनको दी जाए to simplify the registration, enhancing of the UI UX just to simplify the registration, onboarding, and the certification process as well for all of the stakeholders specifically in the apprenticeship ecosystem. Okay, then we have the collaborations which have been done here. International memorandum of understanding has been signed with France here, which has been signed they have signed this initiative with the government of the French Republic, which focuses towards the joint curricula and the center of excellence, talent exchange, and the innovation driven vocational training also. They've shared the commitment to dignify through skills and social mobility as well. So these are the many areas which are covered here, and these are the national memorandum of understanding, like NSTI Bangalore and SNL Technology have done a memorandum of understanding. NSTI Mumbai, ICICI Foundation have done a memorandum of understanding. RDSGE Telangana, Apollo Med skills, they have done a memorandum of understanding. Along with that, we have IIT UNA, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Patna also, who's providing us help in these specific parts. We have NIT Agartala, Rashtriya Raksha University as well. Okay, then we have this impact on it. So I've already told you this Kaushal Vikas Yojana is very important. I don't know if it is mentioned here or not. Kaushal Vikas Yojana, you need to remember. It has completed its decade, so that is also important here. Along with that, we have other objectives also. Vishwakarma is there, apprenticeship promotion is there, Jan Shikshan Sansthan is there. Then we have Skill India, impact bond, and then we have this IIE as well. Okay. Okay, so these are the policy leaders and the stakeholdership. This is not that important from an examination perspective, but of course the other parts are important. Okay, wait. Is the previous news clear to everyone? स्किल इंडिया जो मूवमेंट है या फिर जो हमारा स्किल इंडिया जो इनिशिएटिव है, जो प्रोग्राम है, दैट इज स्पेसिफिकली फोकस्ड ऑन द स्किल्स. ओके, now what is future? Now this is not about this manufacturing sector only, and this is not about this AI interventions only. This is more about the skills that an individual should have. If you talk about the Skill India initiative, this is having a lot of the other initiatives also. Okay, so Skill India movement, you cannot just consider that you have this one area only which is covered here, but this is more dependent on the skills. Skills किसी भी सेट से हो सकती है. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि यहाँ पे हमारे पास, जैसे मैंने कौशल विकास योजना 4.0 की बात करी है, किसके ऊपर ध्यान देता है? This more relies on the various technologies, recent technologies which we are using in the future ones as well. AI हो गया, we have other technologies also, so ये उनकी तरफ ध्यान देते हैं. But अगर मैं बाकी initiatives की बात करूँ, we have Vishwakarma also, we have the other initiatives also which are part of it. So we have to ensure that the focus is towards skills, okay, bringing skills in them and then making them job ready. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ एक सेक्टर को ही specify कर रहा है, सिर्फ एक सेक्टर को ही टारगेट कर रहा है. For example, it is solely targeting AI only. This is not the fun. Okay, the more broader part is covered by the Skill India. Okay, and in future it is not there. Okay, in future just because of the AI intervention it is going to focus on the services sector only, not in the manufacturing one also. If you see the industry 4.0 is there. तो manufacturing में ऐसा नहीं है कि हम skills के ऊपर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. Manufacturing also needs skills, right? So हर एक चीज का जो है like the basic focus is towards skills only. Skills आनी चाहिए. तुम चाहे किसी भी सेक्टर में, but skills is something which you should know. Okay, that is a broader perspective that we have. Next talks about the self-help groups under this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, that is DNRLM. Okay. Now this is one of the news which I have taken into consideration. You can use it as an example as well if ever a question is asked on paper or something else as well. So Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, everyone knows that you need to integrate it with the Sustainable Development Goal so that you can better understand it. Okay. Now this says that this mission is currently operational in 745 districts across 7,145 blocks. That excludes Delhi and Chandigarh, but with the continued efforts towards making it universal self-help group saturation. This is what we are going to aim here, that it aims to organize rural poor household into self-help groups specifically, which will make them which will make their livelihoods go more better in a way. Okay, so these are the practices, like the data is there as per June 2025 specifically. So they say that 10.5 crore of rural women have been mobilized into 90.90 lakh of self-help groups nationwide, and specifically in Chhattisgarh approximately 2.79 of lakh self-help groups are active, benefiting nearly 29.78 lakh women. Now separate kind of question is not going to be asked you that how these schemes or how DNRLM specifically is helping them, but you can write it as an example only. ठीक है, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स हो गए, फिर अगर तुम्हें इंक्लूसिविटी पे परवेसिवनेस पे तुम्हें अगर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है तो यू कैन मेंशन दिस डेटा देयर. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू यूटिलाइज दिस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज. नाउ व्हाट आर द स्कीम्स व्हिच आर अंडर इट? सो वी हैव स्टार्टअप विलेज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोग्राम आल्सो, व्हिच every news or every initiative we are going to cover here, just remember that one, that is more inclusive in manner. Why inclusive? Because we are targeting one, the rural area. Okay, along with that if I talk about the other objectives, so हम women को भी include कर रहे हैं. That is the specific purpose of this particular initiative. So we have to ensure that we are targeting those areas which are underserved and unserved areas. So one, we have startup village entrepreneurship program. Again, what we are focusing here, village entrepreneurship, and just because of the facilities we are trying to make the availability of best here, that will ensure कि यहाँ पे जो MSME sector है, specifically जो हमारे micro and small enterprises है, उनमें भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो development दिखे. अगर मैं विश्वकर्मा की बात करूँ, this is a part of it. Okay, it is one of the schemes which is part of it. So हम अगर we are ensuring कि rural area में development हो, if I am ensuring कि women की development हो, so we have to consider it from a wider part. Okay, now we have village entrepreneurship program which ensures कि people are getting enrolled, it supports the self-help group specifically, and we also have to ensure that people are enrolled in such a kind of platform जहाँ पे people are there, like people are getting earning their livelihood, but that is non-farm activity. So completely उनके ऊपर भी dependent नहीं होना है, but we should have alternatives also which is very much capable to bring livelihood purposes for them. Funding through community enterprises funds with a partial beneficiary contribution via savings and bank credit. As of June 2025, we have 3.74 lakh of enterprises which have been supported. Then we have micro enterprise development which focuses towards the nano enterprises with the access to finance, skills and market linkages. Along with that, this is a kind of supportive ecosystem which is specifically there for those entrepreneurs, maybe women entrepreneurs and maybe other entrepreneurs also, but we have rural entrepreneurs specifically who are small, like who are working at a smaller level, but they are working there. Okay, now this says that 63,000 of the enterprises have been benefited till now, and we are also ensuring the better results. Then we have one-stop facility as in this is the kind of enterprise support. This is there for growth stage nano businesses there, which again again ensure that the assistance is provided to them. Product development has been there and market access has been ensured, and 88,000 of enterprises have been supported under this vertical. Along with that, if I talk about the other objectives, so we have enterprise incubators as well. This is specifically designed to scale the women owned and the led growth enterprises also, which includes 100 to 150 kind of individuals are enrolled. Am I audible now? Are you people able to hear me now? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hanji, okay, thank you. So we have this cluster development program as well. Cluster development program as in collective enterprise growth. Collective enterprises की अगर मैं बात करूँ, फिर अगर मैं cluster development की बात करूँ, so I've told you many times, I've given you examples as well. जैसे लुधियाना का केस ले, that is one of the areas that is in Punjab. और अगर मैं लुधियाना की बात करूँ, so we have this this is one of the region which is rich in textiles one. क्योंकि we have this cluster type of enterprises which is made there. Cluster type of enterprises as in the distance which is covered between the the various of the enterprises, which is very practical nature, मतलब that is approachable. अब अगर कोई एक इंडिविजुअल या फिर कोई एक एंटरप्राइजेज है या फिर अगर कहीं पे प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है और कहीं पे अगर कुछ सेल हो रहा है, इफ दैट इज कवरिंग अ लॉन्गर डिस्टेंस है, सो दैट विल इंक्लूड लॉट ऑफ कॉस्ट. सो वी हैव टू इंश्योर अगर कहीं पे टेस्टिंग हो रही है उसकी वो भी बहुत दूर है, अगर कहीं पे सेल हो रही है उसकी वो भी बहुत दूर है. सो वी हैव टू इंश्योर दैट दे आर जस्ट नियर टू ईच अदर. मे बी यू कैन टेक एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ बैंगलोर एज वेल. हाँ, you can take an example of Bangalore as well. So this is an IT hub and we call it IT hub for a reason. Okay, so this is again the this cluster hub that we have. So we are the we have this particular initiative which focuses towards the collective this cluster enterprises growth. Along with that, it also supports the it also provides support for the businesses planning, financing, skills. Also 21 clusters are there, that is comprising 11,000 of entrepreneurs, artisans have been supported here. Okay, wait. Along with that, we have Ajivika Grameen Express Yojana, which ensures Ajivika Grameen Express. It means that we are focusing on the areas which are rural areas. So it enhances the rural transport access the through the community managed transport services, and it also enables self-help groups specifically and the community based organizations also to own and operate their own vehicles. So this is one of the initiative which has been taken here specifically with relation to the gati, with relation to the transport system. Then we have capitalization support for self-help groups. So we have revolving fund which includes 20,000 to 30,000 per self-help group. Along with that, we have community investment fund also, which is up to 2,50,000 per self-help group. Then we have fund support also, income generation, livelihood activities and the entrepreneurship also. And since inception, what benefit it has given? So it has benefited 58,714.44 crore of individuals. This is the amount that has been disbursed and it has been supported. It has given support to the self-help groups here. Okay. Now, if I talk about the monitoring one, so how we are able to monitor it? So we have management information system, which is there at the very micro level, which is there at the grassroots level, and it is able to monitor it very well. Then we have quarterly reviews with state rural livelihood mission, which is again ensuring that timely monitoring of the activities is there. So this is how monitoring has taken place. Along with that, we have performance review committee meetings also, which is held annually with the state of the governments here, which also ensures that we are doing timely monitoring of the system here. Then we have field monitoring also, which ensures the national level monitors, common view monitors, ministry officers conduct field visits across the states, which is there and which is providing them help. Then we have impact evaluation studies also, which ensure that in-depth evaluation is done. Then we have key findings. So what we have observed till now, so 19% there is increase in the household income just because of these many initiatives here. Then we have 20% decline in the informal borrowings also, because people are getting self-employed. Okay. Then we have 28% increase in the savings also. They are more inclined towards the physical savings. We can less expect from the rural area specifically about the financial savings, because they less rely on the stock market, they less rely on the banks as well. So more you will find the physical savings there. Then we have high labor force participation also, with 4% more women reporting secondary occupation. Then we have 6.5% increase specifically in access to other government schemes over the base value of 2.8 schemes per household. Then if I talk about the other objectives, so we have these digital initiative which is helping them, which includes Locos app, and we have this VPRP app also, which is Village Poverty Reduction Plan. So this is how we are providing them help. So all right, this is entirely these were the news that we had. We had 5 news today, and I hope each and every news is clear to everyone here. If anyone is having any doubt, the one can ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to end this session. Anyone having any doubt? Alright, so thank you so much for joining the session. Now I'll meet you tomorrow and again with important kind of news. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.